Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are due for a catch up. I've been blogging, I've been posting on social media, I have been loving my time in London, but I just need to sit down and catch up with you guys and just talk about my life update. Also, excuse me if I sound a little nasally, I am a little sick. And also, I discovered a couple months ago, but especially this summer, that I am severely allergic, a new allergy, to my makeup. I don't know which makeup, I just know anytime I use a product that is not like clean beauty, I get the most intense flare-up. It's getting better, but exhibit A. So I'm not wearing any makeup today. So hopefully these glasses cover it. So yeah, I don't know what I'm allergic to. I'm trying to figure it out, but if you guys have had this happen before, let me know. I also don't wear eye makeup. This happens when I have like blush or bronzer, and it just like triggers, I think it's called eyelid dermatitis. That's what I think this is. I've been using ChatGPT as my doctor, but let me know if you guys have dealt with any of this. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I am in London. I'm an American in London right now. I am spending the summer here, but my time is coming to an end really soon. So I have only 2 weeks left, which is so sad because I literally feel like I just got here. Granted, 2 months is not that long of a stint. I have absolutely loved this summer. I love London. It's one of my favorite cities of all time now. Definitely risen the ranks for multiple reasons, but it's just such a great city and I've had such a good time. And I am someone that, if you guys don't know, I need to change my environment. Like, I love living in Miami, but even when I'm in Miami, I'm constantly traveling. I'm visiting my friends, I'm going to a new city. I'm just like always going somewhere else. And I'm so glad that I have the flexibility to do that, because I do go a little stir crazy if I am stuck in one place for a very long time. And now that I discovered that I can work remotely very productively and like live in a new country for just a summer, I might make this a thing, guys. But anyways, I have been loving the summer here. It's come to an end, but I'll definitely be back, and I might do just longer stints whenever I'm here, like maybe a month here or there. And I'm gonna give this life update in like chunks. So the first part will be kind of like moving, my future, where do I see myself? And then I'm gonna dive into my business, and then I'm gonna dive into content creation. And I just feel like there's a lot of updates on every single front. So the first topic I want to touch on is, I've kind of already touched on, and it is like living in the UK. And I've gotten asked this question so many times. Do I see myself relocating to the UK full time? Do I see myself moving to the UK? And the answer is, I don't know. And that might come as a shock to you because I do genuinely love this place so much, but I think I have a privilege of coming here, just being here temporarily. That's a very different experience than living here full time. As much as I love the UK, I do still prefer to live and have my home base be in the United States and be able to then travel from the US to other places. And also the weather, summers here are amazing. If I could spend like 3 to 4 months in the UK and then the rest of the time in Florida, that would be like the best of both worlds, because I mean, I'd get good weather all year round. Like realistically, that is what I would want to do. But I do still see myself long-term in the United States with like long stints in the UK or just like in another country in general. And when it comes to my relationship, a lot of you guys know that I am dating someone that lives here. He is British, he is a UK citizen. And a lot of people have asked like, well, what does he think of that? And I don't want to dive too much into my relationship because, again, there's like 2 people in this and I don't really want to share every detail. But obviously we have talked about this and we are aligned. So it's not like I'm against living here, because I would live here for a couple of years if I needed to. But realistically, I do see myself either in the United States or splitting time between the United States and somewhere else while having the US as a home base. And I'm in a situation where I genuinely think that's realistic and can happen. So that's kind of where I am right now, but I have absolutely loved the UK. I think it is such a great country, and also London is such a great city. I'm just so glad that I've been able to spend a lot of time here. I leave the UK in August and I have a couple of weddings I'm going to. I'm going to spend a lot of time in North Carolina. My boyfriend's coming home with me, so I'm super excited about that. I don't have to say goodbye to him and do long distance again too soon. I think that definitely makes it better that he's coming back with me for a little bit. We're gonna go to New York, we're gonna spend time in North Carolina. I'm just like so excited for that. And it's his first time in New York, so let me know places I should show him. Then we're back to long distance. I'm back in Miami, but I'll be back in the UK, at least as of now, in October, and TBD on how long I'll spend. But I would love to know if any of you guys have either moved from the US to another country or moved from another country to the US. What has that experience been like? If you've been in a long distance relationship with someone that's out of the country, how has that looked? I mean, it's so different for a long distance relationship when you are in two different countries because of the visa situation. So it's not as easy for one of us to move to each other because we need to get visas involved if we were to make any like permanent moves. And that's just a very expensive, time consuming, frustrating process. So like you got to be sure you're moving someplace and you want to move there before you go through all of that. So we're just figuring everything out, and I'm not in any rush to figure anything out because we do have the flexibility right now, but I'd love to know if anyone else has experienced that. And I want to give a life update also about Rella because there's so much that has changed. But before I get into that, I did want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace has been my favorite partner because they truly help run our business. They are a website builder and they are the best website builder. We have used so many different website builders, and I have had little businesses in the past where I've used different website builders, different things to support my businesses, and there's nothing quite like Squarespace because it has beautiful templates to choose from. You don't need a graphic designer. You don't need a website designer. You can build it all 100% on your own, and you can customize it. So your website is going to look very different from your friend's website, even if you guys used the same template, and it's completely customizable. You can also use Design Intelligence, which is their AI, to help you build and customize your website so it can get done even quicker. And if you guys don't believe me, just check out Rella's website because it was built on Squarespace and it's completely custom. It looks so good, and we do everything through Squarespace, and we don't need to have a like professional website designer or anyone like doing it. Like we can do it all in-house, which has been so great because I remember when we first started Rella, we built our own website and like we had developers build it, and it was just so complicated and it broke all the time. That's just not a good experience when you're running a business. So now the first thing anyone sees when they see our business is our Squarespace site, which means that we put a lot of trust into Squarespace. So if you guys need a website, then you can use Squarespace and you can use my code Natalie Barbu to get 10% off your first purchase or domain, or just go to squarespace.com/Natalie Barbu. And thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. So speaking of Rella has gone through so many changes. I feel like a lot of people don't know this because like we've kept the same name, and if you're not like a user of Rella, you might not have noticed a big difference. But we completely restarted our company. So to be completely transparent with you, we started our company in 2022. That's when we had launched, and we were an app for individual creators. And we started realizing that like teams and social media managers and talent managers and creatives and creators, they could all use something like what we wanted to build at Rella. So we started building like individual feature sets for like a bunch of different types of people, which Startup 101 or like Business 101 is if you're building for everyone, you're building for no one. And so that really became true for us because we built this bloated, complicated, not user-friendly app that no one understood what it was for, and we just like, it was not a good product and it wasn't solving a big problem and it was very confusing to use. And so we were not growing. Surprise, surprise, it wasn't a good product. And we were at a point where like we just spent so much time building this that we kept wanting to like, we kept thinking if we add more then it's going to get better, but shocker to no one, it didn't. And so in June of 2024, me and my co-founders had a discussion that we are restarting the app and relaunching and starting from zero. Like we were literally starting a new company, completely new product. We shut down the app. We completely got rid of it. We do not have an app on the App Store anymore. We got rid of all the code. Like none of that was used anymore. And then in 2 months, we built this new simplified app that sells to businesses and sells to social media managers and agencies. And we decided we were going to completely relaunch. So we relaunched the company from zero. Like day one, we had 0 customers. So we relaunched in August. It's coming up on a year now. And it was our Hail Mary because you guys, this is kind of a spoiler alert, but we had like no money in the bank. We had until January to complete our payroll of our 1 employee We had one employee. We had until January to pay her. And this again was in August. And we needed like something to happen or we were going to shut down the company. And so we relaunched Rella and it started doing better than the first app, but it still wasn't growing a lot. And granted, we had like 2 months for this thing to explode. So August, it was doing fine. September, slightly better, but like not enough for us to support the team and like the growth that we needed to see. And so we thought we were going to shut down the app. We spoke to our investors. We were like, we're shutting down the company. We talked to our team, pretty much being like, hey, in the new year, you're going to have to find a new job. And when I say team, it's me, my co-founders, and Natasha. So it's like a very small team. And we thought we were going to shut down. And then a few days later, we had a video go viral and our revenue absolutely skyrocketed. And we have been on that momentum and word of mouth has spread and the business has transformed. And we've just developed such an amazing product for social media teams and managers. And it's profitable. It's been profitable since February. We are on track to hit a giant milestone this month, which I'm like, I cannot believe that we're hitting this milestone within a year. And yeah, it's just been doing so well. And I don't want to like jinx it or anything, but I really think that like this pivot needed to happen. And it's like such a blessing that this happened. And so I've been really focusing a lot on Rella and I've been absolutely loving growing it as a business. I've been putting a lot of my time and my effort into Rella, and it's been so cool to talk to our customers, to be the CEO of this company, and like, I don't know, it's just been the craziest journey and the craziest ride, and that has really got me thinking that like, I feel like I have so many valuable lessons to share with other entrepreneurs and I want to share those lessons and I don't know like the space to do that. One, I opened up like coaching calls where I'm doing like 3 coaching calls a week. So it's literally like nothing, but I just want to be able to talk to other entrepreneurs and help coach them. So I'll have the link if you want to book that in my description. So want to restart more like businessy content and I'm trying to find the space to do that. With Rella, we're still the small team. We're a team of 4. We don't have plans of hiring right now, but we've just been like so grateful for the success and like we launched a new AI tool that's been doing really well and it's just been like a crazy journey. With all that being said, I feel like I have so many lessons that I want to share and so I want to start like businessy content again. And so that's going to bring me into my second or third life update about like my content and kind of the direction that I want to take that in because I've been in London, I've been filming vlogs and I do really love it, but I find it super hard to balance vlogs with like the entrepreneurship side of things because some people don't care about my business and some people only want vlogs and vice versa. Some people want the business content but not the vlogs. And to be honest, I need to take a step back and be like, what do I want to see? Because I like vlogs, but I am not, I always say like, I'm going to do weekly vlogs. I'm going to do like way more vlogs. And like, I get tired of vlogs after like 2 or 3 weeks. Like I cannot do a vlog every single week because I'm like, I'm not doing that many different things and it just gets like repetitive and I don't feel inspired and then I get in a rut. I want to really shift my focus to one, less super personal content. I want to still post personal content on like Instagram and TikTok and short form because it's just easier for me to film like daily vlogs and things like that there and like have fun with those types of videos. But for long form content like YouTube, I really want to dive back into more like entrepreneurship content and I think I'm going to restart a podcast, or restart my podcast, but it's going to be a completely new brand and a completely new structure. And so on YouTube, I'm restarting my podcast. I have no idea what I'm naming it yet. I've gone through some iterations like Curious Chats, because it's like Curious Cat and then Curious Chats with Nat. But then I'm like, that doesn't feel very like businessy, you know? And then I have thought about things like something like The Leap or, you know, like Taking That Leap. I love the phrase just do it, but obviously that's Nike, so I can't do that. So like, I'm trying to come up with some podcast names if you guys have any ideas, but I really want to start like a seasonal podcast where I'm just sharing my like entrepreneurship journey. And the reason why I want to do that is because I have always said on social media, one of my biggest goals is that I want to show people, whether it's women, whether it's men, whoever it is, I want to show people that starting a business is not only possible, but you don't need to be this like tech bro, like grind 24 hours a day, sleep is for the weak, like have no social life. Like I wake up in the office and I'm like grinding all day. Like, that is not my life, as you guys can see. I love my life. I live a great life. I have friends, I have a relationship, I am close with my family, I travel, and like, it is possible to do that while also having a business. And while having a business is very difficult and comes with so many challenges, it is feasible. And it is not because I am smarter than anyone. It's not because I'm like more creative than people. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think I am like this brilliant genius person. I'm not going to be putting myself down and say I'm not smart, because I do think I'm smart, but I'm not smarter than you or you or you. And I'm not more creative than a lot of people. I actually don't even think I'm that creative. But I think one thing that has helped me in anything is my consistency, and that I am very impulsive. I'm impulsive, I'm consistent, and I will put my head to something and I will get it done and I will do it and I won't give up. And I think if you have that trait, you can literally do anything and you can learn the business lessons along the way. And so I want to help people do that. And that's why I'm going to restart my podcast in the fall, and I'm going to have it be seasoned. So season 1 will be all about like my business lessons, my entrepreneurship journey. It's going to be all solo episodes. Season 2, I'll start bringing on guests and interviewing business leaders. It's going to be in person. I'm going to have a studio. I'm just so excited for it. And then with the vlogging aspect of things, I still want to do vlogs, but I think they're going to be more on like a monthly basis, because it's really unrealistic for me to do like weekly vlogs. And it'll be more on a monthly basis, so you can really see like my month at a glance and like how I still like genuinely enjoy my life. And then also on short form content, I will be posting like multiple times a week on there, so that you can still get like that type of content there, because that's content that I love to film. And so I think I'm going to do that shift, and I am so excited. So there'll be like weekly podcast episodes, monthly vlogs, and then multiple times a week short form content. I'll also upload on like YouTube Shorts and everything like that. But that's just where I see the direction going, because as I am getting older, as I am growing my business, as I am developing more like relationships and getting more serious in my relationships, I don't want to share that much personal stuff. I do not want to put my boyfriend in my content that much. Like, will I show him every now and then and like you'll see his face? Sure. But I don't want him to be a character in my content. I don't want people talking about him. He doesn't want to be in my content, really. Like, that's not something that he is like interested in. He's not like someone that wants to be in front of the camera. He is so incredibly supportive, but like I want to keep some things private, and I'm not someone that's like never going to show him or anything like that, but I just don't want it to be like a focal point. And I don't think my relationships have ever been a focal point of my content. But as I've just been getting older, and I'm like, you know what? I have so much to offer with what I've started and like how I've balanced everything, which I hate the word balance, but it's the best thing to use in this situation. And so I want to be able to give that value to anyone else that wants to start something. And I think I'm kind of like wasting an opportunity if I don't do it. Always been my passion to help motivate people and encourage people that they can start businesses if they want. And it's not something that like you need to be the best of the best in order to do it. Like, very average people, which is a compliment, it's not supposed to be like an insult, very average people can start businesses. Like, I would consider myself an average person, and I would have been able to start this business. I want to start content like that, which I know may not like make everyone happy, but it's just something that I feel very passionately about, and it's something that I've been like very excited about recently. And so that's kind of the direction that I'm gonna go in. They'll start in the fall, so vlogs will still come and everything like that. And like while I've been in London, I've loved vlogging, and I want to remember these moments, and like that's why I've been doing it. But once I'm back in more of like my normal routine, I just feel like I know I'm gonna feel uninspired if all I'm doing is sharing my life. And I've always been someone that I never just want to be an influencer and that's it. Like, I am an entrepreneur, I am a creator, sure, I'm an influencer as well, but like I don't want influencer to be my job title. I want there to be like so many other things behind it. And I know that a lot of you guys appreciate that about my content, because that's why you guys have followed me in the first place. Because even before I started Rella, I had an agency. I was always doing something else. I never just wanted to be an influencer. And I just think that I have a lot of things to share that I can share and be helpful. And so I'm very excited to do that. Let me know any podcast names or tips or things that you guys might have ideas on in the comments below. But yeah, that's kind of like a little bit about updates and like what I've wanted to share. I just feel like this was long overdue. Like, I was like, oh my God, I have so much I want to talk to them about. And like, I haven't done it, and like a vlog is just not the best place to do it. So I'm glad that we had this sit down chat, and I am just excited for the future, and I'm excited for what's to come, and I will still be vlogging. It just is not going to be like a weekly basis anymore, but like especially when I travel, those are like my favorite vlogs to do, or like when I'm in a new place or when I'm feeling inspired. So the content will still be there, it will still happen, and I'm just so excited for the future. I love you guys. I can't wait for the monthly vlogs. And if you guys have any like questions or anything, leave them down below. And if you guys have any suggestions for anything, leave them down below. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.